Good evening, Captain Hallman. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cadet Justin Hardy, currently at the United States Military Academy. Today I'll be presenting an information brief, and it is actually an unclassified brief. The purpose of this brief, bottom line up front, is to brief junior NCOs about the importance of TLPs at squad level, troop leading procedures. The outline will be the layout for each one of the 8 troop leading procedures, and I'll be explaining what each one of them means and how it plays into the bigger idea of Army operations. So moving over here to the board, troop leading procedures. First one is actually receive the mission. As a squad leader, you'll be receiving the mission from higher ups, and the first thing that you do is apply the 1/3, 2/3 rule. The 1/3 rule, let's say you have 3 days, applies to, that means you as a squad leader, you have 1 day to make a TLP similar to the one that has been issued to you. And the 2/3, 2 days are left over for subordinates to plan and prepare for the mission. It's only used in the planning and preparation phase. Moving on, we have the issue a warning order. For this one, it's given orally, so you have to give this orally to your subordinates. The way it works is company and below, we do troop leading procedures, battalion and up, it's MD, DPs. It gives subordinates time to start planning, and most of the times it answers the why are we doing this? What's the point of this mission? And the best way to do that as a squad leader would be to format it in a 5-paragraph format: situation, mission, execution, sustainment, command, and signal. The best way to look at this would be ask yourself, what do we need? What do we have? And the same question is applied to your enemy. They're doing the same thing as you're doing right now. Command and signal, it's the biggest one. How you keep in contact with your troops and your subordinates matters, because the enemy's gonna try to shut that down, and you're trying to do the same thing, break that down. Sustainment, how you getting like resources, ammunition, how is that getting replenished? You gotta find ways to stop that from the enemy, because they'll be doing the same thing. Execution, carrying out the mission. And the mission, what are you supposed to be doing? Situation, who are you fighting? What do they have? What do you have? That's the 5-paragraph format. It's a lot easier to take down. Moving on to the next one, make a tentative plan. When making a tentative plan, leaders always convey the importance of the mission. MET-TTC, it's MET-TTC dependent, assesses the risk. There's specified and implied tasks. Specified tasks are more direct in the sense that they tell you exactly how to carry out a mission or task, and implied, that leaves the power to the person in charge to choose how to carry out the mission, as long as it gets accomplished. Course of action, that's where, as a squad leader, you assess the enemy's weakness, your strength and weaknesses, necessities for the mission, what do you need to carry out that mission. And then moving on to the next 4 bullet points: initiate movement, conduct reconnaissance, complete the plan, and issue the operations order. These 4 actually work hand in hand. So initiate movement, the leader uses information from course of action to process security requirements and anything that's needed. Conduct reconnaissance, again, this is where you as a squad leader, employ your subordinates to go out and do surveillance on the enemy, see what they have, what do we need, where do you need to place yourself to better yourself in the fight. Complete the plan, acts as a checklist. It's a checklist for you to check off everything that you've done or need to do. It gives subordinates confidence in the plan. So as a squad leader, it is your job to make sure your team and your subordinates are on track and are willing to carry out the mission no matter what. Look them into the eyes and make sure each person understands the mission. Issue the operations order. Squad leaders issue the operations order orally. Sometimes it helps if you do a terrain model, sketch to help your subordinates understand what's going on. Last but not least, supervise and refine. I Again, I repeat, supervise and refine. You always do this at any point during the TLP, the troop leading procedures. Use back briefs. For example, I'm the squad leader and Private Hardy. I may ask him, Private Hardy, what do you do when you reach the limit of advancement? And he boosts me back and tells me what we have to do and when he should move forward. If he does not tell me the right thing, then I know he didn't understand what was going on. That means I did a terrible job explaining to him what happened.
Sorry.
Make sure your second in command knows how to execute the mission. In case one person goes down, who steps up? This is when a squad leader has to make sure the next person in line can carry out the mission no matter what. At the end of the day, it is important that troop leading procedures are carried out and help us complete the mission. Sir, this is the end of the brief. Thank you.